And I knocked off my lighting. Yo guys, what's going on? Bradley here, and today I'm going to be making another video. So today's video is going to be a science experiment video, because why not? Who doesn't like a bit of science? As you can probably see by the title and the thumbnail, it's going to be a DIY lava lamp video, so make your own lava lamp. Who doesn't like lava lamps? Okay, so first of all, we're going to need a list for the ingredients. I'm going to just grab them 1 second. Okay, so the first piece of equipment is going to be a glass jar or a glass cup or just anything that you can put it all in. So let's grab that. Okay, now second is going to be... Okay, so second piece of equipment we're going to need is some kind of cup to measure out the oil and stuff, which, spoiler alert, oil is going to be the next thing after this, but we're going to need a cup first. So here's our cup. Okay, so third piece of equipment or ingredients is going to be water. I'm going to use about 50 ml of water, so here's my water here. Next, we're going to need some kind of food colouring because it's going to look cool if we add food colouring. So I obviously went for red because obviously a lava lamp and red. Whoa. Okay, so I obviously went for red because a lava lamp and red, it makes sense. So red food colouring is the next one. And next we're going to need some oil. Got this bad boy here, refined oil will do. I'm using olive oil here, that should do fine, as they won't mix with the water that we add into the glass. One final thing, let me just go grab that. And finally we're going to need an effervescence tablet. And finally we're going to need an effervescence. And finally we're going to need an I can't even say it. And finally we're going to need a tablet that produces some kind of bubbles when it's added to water. An effervescence tablet. I can't even say the word anymore, but you know what I mean. We're going to need one of these little tablets that bubbles basically in the water. And that's it. Now we have our ingredients. Let's do this. Okay, first I'm just going to add the water, the 50 ml of water into the cup. Just like so, easy peasy. Okay, second of all, we're going to need... Okay, so next we're going to need to add the food colouring to the water just to make it look cool. So I'm only going to add a few drops of this because it will stain it. Okay, I added quite a lot. Whatever. As long as it turns it reddish. So there's the first 2 steps done. Okay, so now we've added our food colouring to our water. What we're going to need to do is get a few cups of oil. So I'm going to say 3 cups, but depending on how big the glass is that you're using, vary it obviously. And then you've got to tip it into the glass, but make sure that the water and the oil don't mix. So just tip it down the outside of the glass kind of thing. Just making sure that they don't mix, because you want them to be separate layers. As you can see there, that's separate. If the camera wants to focus on the bottle, not my face. Well, basically it's got 2 separate layers here. So you've got the water and the food colouring on the bottom, then you've got the oil layer on top. I'm going to add a little bit more oil because, yeet. There we go, that looks all good. So now I've got my water layer on the bottom, my oil layer on the top, and finally, what I'm going to need to do now is basically just add the effervescence tablet, this little bad boy here, and we can see what happens. Okay, so here we go, here's the effervescence tablet, let's add this bad boy. It drops into the water, let's have a look. So now it's starting to produce some bubbles. Oh, there we go, now it's going. Now it's going, let's see if I can get a better shot. Look at that. That's bubbling quite a lot. There's a lot more bubbles in there than I thought there would be, but YOLO, it looks cool. I'm going to try chucking a torch underneath. Oh, whoa, that looks cool. And there we go. If you chuck a torch underneath it, then you get a pretty cool effect there. If I chuck in some more food colouring, you might even be able to change it up a bit and see a bit darker bubbles. And there we go, it's a bit of a mess now, but to begin with, that looks so cool. So if you wanted to work even better, maybe add a slight bit more water and a slight bit more oil than I did, because I didn't add much of either. But I would say that was pretty successful. It's hard to catch on camera, but that looks so cool. And there we go, that's the first experiment done. I decided to throw in a second experiment just because that one was so short. I would say that was pretty successful. It was hard to catch on camera, but with the torch underneath it, it looks so nice. But yeah, time to get into the second one as a little tiny bonus, since it was so short. Let's do it. Okay, so our next experiment is going to be Our next experiment is going to be an invisible ink writing experiment, and we're going to need some kind of writing utensil, like a toothpick or a barbecue skewer. This one's a bit big, but who cares. Second, we're going to need a bit of lemon, so I've just sliced a little bit of lemon off. I'm going to use that lemon juice as the ink. Third, we're going to need obviously a piece of paper to write on, and fourth, we're going to need some kind of heat source to heat it up to view the invisible writing after. So I've just got this little candle that I'm going to light. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get the lemon juice on the little skewer by just getting it on the skewer basically. So then I'm going to use the lemon juice that's now on the skewer to write my secret message. Without making it obvious, hopefully. If you can't read this, I'm sorry, but I literally cannot see what I'm writing. There we go, I've written my secret message now. You can't see it, obviously, because it's not been revealed yet, but there is my invisible ink and my secret message. So next I'm going to bring my secret message next to a heat source, which is going to be the small candle for now. So I'm just going to run, quickly, the ink over the top of the heat source. Let's see what happens. You can also bake it, so... Oh, it's starting to come through. And there we go, there is our invisible ink writing, which has been revealed now. You can now see the message that I wrote, and it actually turned out pretty well, so I'm quite happy with this. It actually looks sick. So I'm going to give it a few more goes now. I'm going to draw a few more things and let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Here's our second attempt at something. I don't really know what I'm going to draw, so let's just draw something random, shall we? Got my ink, I got my stencil or pencil or whatever you want to call it, and let's do this. Okay, so I've lost where I was drawing or writing, so this is going to look really weird. I can't even see it anymore. Okay, there we go. Two more things have been drawn. I can't see them. I don't even remember where I drew them, but let's just go for it, shall we? Grab the candle, which is our heat source, and let's just see if I can find anything here. And there we go, that is our secret message. You can see a half drawn smiley face. Let me just finish that off actually. There we go, now you can fully see it. Now you can see a smiley face. I've drawn a little palm tree, which was kind of a failure because I didn't actually know where the stuff that I was trying to draw connected to. And finally I wrote huge. I don't know why. But, oh, actually I do know why. It's because I lost where I was writing. So I wrote ute. Then I went to put more ink on, and then I wrote Ube underneath because I didn't know where I was writing Ute. So that's supposed to say YouTube, but I mean, whatever. Basically, this experiment was a great success. It was a lot more successful than the last one, obviously. I might draw one more thing just because it's so much fun. I don't really know what to draw, so I'm just going to have a quick think. As you can see, I went a bit ham with the lemon juice there and then points, but you get the deal. Don't go too ham on it and it shall turn out well. Heat source back into it and let's do it. And there we go. And there we go, guys. That's 2 science experiments that you can do at home. Just be careful with the fire one with the lemon because obviously fire is dangerous, and if you light the paper on fire then that's not ideal. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.